Previously on Tessie Teams.
And the voice is like a whisper. And it says, I don't think I've ever eaten one of you.
Yeah, let's make this attempt. All right, I'm gonna try and fire a bolt into its nostril. So let's see.
20.
What? What?
Oh,
It twists in the air. Like you see it like corkscrew in the air sideways and begin to scratch and claw and roar in mid-flight.
Upon seeing this, Prism jumps down from Yitzbin immediately, fucking drops her coat, and just goes like, oh my God, thank you.
You can see that the stones that should have been placed at various, locations, you can see that they're here, just sort of situated in the bottom of this pool.
I'm gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna reach in and grab two of them.
So I've reconstructed this egg. Do I recognize this egg?
Yeah, it has.
Or do I roll to recognize it?
You're trying to remember the name. They're called Remoraz.
Oops.
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
Hello, I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I'm also a Minifus Hereward Drawn, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Enunciate.
But today, I'm your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims, and I'm here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends in these specific guises. To my right, Dragonborn narcissist, Dinar Blitzen.
woo! Woo! Oh, sorry.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop.
Yum, yum.
Oh, stop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the original fan favorite. Oh, stop.
That's true.
It's for you and for you.
To the right of my right, okay, so for the podcast, I'm loading an avian crest.
They can hear it.
Oh, they can?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. To the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dawn Grass, Cakraw!
For the podcast, I gave Rye 2 birds.
That's so nice of you. That's so
A
nice.
special little treat.
I
To
feel bad for you.
my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie B. Stinger.
For the podcast, I'm gonna reach across the table and smack Ryan.
Wow, you reached.
Squeezing
At
it.
2.
You got
At
smacked.
me.
To the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Kithra Stroud.
Hey, what? What are you guys doing here behind my shroud? This so early.
Now,
Try and get a cross sandwich.
would
After
it
10.
would it startle you to learn? Now that's a
What?
No!
Don't learn the sacred
no.
knowledges too early.
now.
It says we're going to fight a flugel.
No.
Oh, no.
To this, that's the worst.
Look it up.
I am now going to read the section of Alyssa's letter entitled "Beginning the Episode."
So natural.
So natural, so flawless, so smooth. I would like to thank our partners, though, from the bottom of my heart. I'm not reading this part. This part is authentic.
Not even on
No,
the list.
where is it?
No.
Our stalwart allies, Elderwood Academy, Level Up Dice, and Idle Champions, always got our back. Thank you so much. Now, you know that when you fill character bars, you get rich, tender lore for those characters. But did you know that this week the loremonger is Rosie Beestinger? Ho ho! Revelations. Can you imagine what secrets are tucked away in that little black book of hers?
Probably horny.
This is guaranteed, not probably. Somebody was like, I saw a tweet last week, and somebody was like, you know Rosie's fucked in that cart. And I'm like, that's
Yes.
canon.
Yeah. There's
in, like,
been
the third
fan art
episode.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
that happened
wait.
right away. There's like the black liquor, and there's like the
Oh,
tongue.
yeah.
And it's like, there's like erotic fan fiction.
Oh, yeah.
The title of the erotic fan fiction is called Rosie Fucks. Like, this is like, that's not a, you didn't arrive at that. Like, that's a literal
Hey,
fact.
question. How'd you find this?
That wasn't last week. That was many weeks ago.
No. I'm saying somebody was like, yeah, I bet she's fucking the cart. That's actually from last week.
I will say, I will go ahead and just say, like, fill up those character bars because since these are Rosie's private notes, I think they're probably all going to be horny notes.
There's going to be some content in there for certain. Now, check the image below, right below the earth, for some interesting information about the custom Rosie Elderwood Academy item.
What?
That we're gonna give that away. That's on the very first tip of the cauldron. And for the second one, we were going to be giving away. Oh, yeah, it's already done.
Already tipped.
Already tipped. So for the second one, we are going to give away this black table shaker D20 from Level Up Dice.
Every time.
Now,
What's he doing?
this one, this one,
Oh, he's putting it in the tray.
now this one can be revealed.
Oh, he's stroking it.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. There's a TOS.
Naughty
There's a
him.
no. There's a TOS, and also this is a beloved sponsor. I don't want.
This stupid thing.
Okay. Anyway,
Hey, can we start with the C and dice torture?
That rolls good.
no.
Bless. It has
What did I
been
win?
Blessed.
Nothing. You won the ability to give this dice to another person after you clean it,
All right.
because your hands are still rank.
See you in 3 hours.
Well, those dice can go to you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, right back in the pouch. I love it. I love every. Yep, absolutely.
That's
Full cinching.
A little kiss.
Yep, cinching has been achieved. Now, so our initial tasks having been, there's something redolent on those claws of his. Now that our
That's a while, like weeks ago. I cleaned them. Today they're fine.
Okay.
no, there's
they?
a steamy, there's a musk. Let's say.
Going on, yeah.
Now, moving on. I can see. Alyssa is holding her whole face.
No, something's wrong.
Don't worry, we're
turn
gonna
the
get
cameras
through
off.
it. We're gonna get through. Turn the game off.
This is an emergency.
Something's wrong.
Call,
I gotta get to the
call
bottom of
someone.
this.
Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. I don't know what happened,
You're looking mysterious.
but I don't know who we call for this. Poison control? I don't know. Someone.
Yeah.
Just call them all.
Call them all.
Just dial.
Call them
Just
all.
start
Let God
dialing.
figure it
All
out.
right, well, it's been nice doing the show with y'all, but I think this is where I get off.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. I got it.
Definitely.
No.
Where we get off.
I'm really impressed, honestly, at how long you've gone. Now, so as we, when last we saw our heroes, there were some sophisticated complexities. I would be curious to see, Rosie, what secrets your black book indicated at the end of the adventure.
It was quite some time ago.
Indeed. Ancient of days.
The locked door is being worked on
Indeed.
from both sides.
Correct.
That's
So
the
our
last
side
note I
over
have.
here, we believe like it has been managed, but of course, passage all the way through to the prime material plane.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fiddling to be done on the other side as well.
This is
Is there a clear and present
Danger.
Cathrab still? I can't remember.
I was going to say, no, we love this term.
Yeah,
We stand Cathrab in this house.
of course, yes.
So it should be firmly established that there is, in fact, a Cathrab, along with the occasional whisperings of the entity.
Sure.
Still around.
Hey, now can you pass me my massive
Excuse?
case? Oh, no.
Excuse.
No, I've got some good stuff in here.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna be able to
This
burn
is
it.
where the initiative trackers live.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Something's going down in here.
Oh, so small.
La donna.
Okay.
Cathris Draub. I
Crab.
think you're familiar with this.
think
How
I'm
about,
Momo.
La Boza.
how about this fan favorite character?
Dugats.
Legazo.
Don't. Never mind.
Don't say it.
And I can't actually find
Regazia.
Dinars,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm dead.
so we'll just put another bad guy.
don't-
That's not true. And you
Lizard?
know
No,
it.
it's right here.
You know.
almost
I
got
can
him,
see
though.
everything back there.
Well,
You can see all the stat blocks.
this is the mysterious realm
It says
that
Lamella.
that I hold sway in
Apple.
back here.
In
Gabagool.
Italian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
on your way.
so
Yeah.
those are out there. They're ready to go now.
Mangia Lamella.
Positively
Eat an apple?
gabagoolish. All right, go ahead.
One last thing, and it's fine for me to say that. One last thing, I would like to distribute goodies.
Yay!
What are these goods?
Are these new?
Oh, it's hot.
Are these
for me.
they?
What?
Now, so those are
Touch this one.
those are the omen coins. Obviously,
Yeah,
no,
what
no,
is this?
no. Such
These
things.
are body temperature.
yeah.
I just held them in my hands. That's TOS. No,
These smell worse than my hands.
that's not possible.
Ah.
That's a quote.
So,
Put it on the box.
for your use,
Okay.
these are coin
Yeah,
that can be exchanged
for merchandise only.
for one ult.
What?
That's right.
We are olden out here, boys.
Suffused with mystic power. But it is incumbent upon me to remind you what these ults do.
Right.
Yes.
God.
I was gonna say. Or
Okay.
can I make one up?
Yeah, no. Well, maybe. I'll consider it.
Okay.
But Walnut, incredible options
What?
for the forest friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Forest fodder.
Forest
Friends,
fodder. Yeah,
what did I
exactly.
say?
Forest foods.
Sure.
This is lots of beasts coming in, helping you out,
Lots of beef.
or feeding a cat.
Subway?
Eat fresh. Our new sponsor, Subway.
Yeet fresh.
Draconic entitlement for Dinar. That noble upbringing and perhaps a taste of divine heritage, allowing them to dominate a single target and establish his place in the pecking order. Rosie,
What?
Grandmamancy. Mastery of Shadow allows you to convince the shadows of her enemies to do your bidding. And of course, the Tentacular Spectacular. A tendril of maddening chaos erupts from the void, which Cathris then attempts to control. And I always like that we gated it with the. Attempt, just because crazy things have occurred.
See what happens.
Crazy things have occurred on there
wacky.
as well. It is wacky. It is
Some
wacky.
goofs. Couple
They're a
gaffes.
handful,
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
Oh,
Laugh once a day.
but you are correct. There is, in fact, a substantial crab, in addition to the occasional meandering of the entity
Sure.
that has opinions. And I honestly, I think that the entity, the game is really ultimately about the entity.
Yeah, we know.
The entity has been so good to you guys, basically from the first moment. And any resentment of the entity is just wrong.
This is your ultimate self-insert.
It's
why does it just feels so bad what we're doing to the entity right now? I don't
What are we
like
doing?
it.
What are we doing to the entity? Nothing. What are you talking about?
Not enough.
Yeah, what are we doing for it?
Yeah. Let's just use our ults to give it presence right
Yeah.
now.
right now.
All
It's
right,
like,
let's all spend them.
All right, here we
entity,
go.
look, you've been so great. So in the midst of this giant enemy crab, it's its weak points glistening in the astral light.
Its weak points are glistening?
Its weak points are glistening in the,
Red
in the
indicators
astral
on
light.
our HUDs.
Yeah, exactly. You hear in a loud, omnipresent, almost a broadcast voice inside the strange plane of retirement that is your prison. It says, "You have stopped payments."
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Now, we at the Everywhere Society are not unreasonable. Would you like to make a payment?
Can we all hear this?
Yes, I mean it's like there's literally giant crab claws swinging by. Walnut is resting atop this crested brow. The entity is whipping like a demonic windsock in the interim, and the crab looks up with its eye stalks to find the source of this disembodied voice.
As does Cthulhu, I imagine.
All the Cthulhu's.
Yeah. As is Rosie.
I look to Omen and I go, were you locked in prison and then they were charging you to be locked in prison?
No, he says, no, they didn't pay. They did not pay. And he I can't believe this. He looks up and he's just like, this is so like me.
You hear that at home, kids? Crime doesn't pay.
I was gonna say that felt very like Stalin for a second, where he would like execute enemies of the state and then charge their families for like the bullet. Like yeah, it was like an extra little FU. So it's like we're gonna lock you in prison and you're gonna pay for being locked in prison kind of move.
Now, hold on. What is the Everywhere Society? And if we don't pay, does this plane dissolve and we're free?
Well, I mean, we'll have to find out, I guess. The Everywhere Society is the strange organization that manufactured the plane of retirement.
Right.
At the bidding of this group of omens, Portentia Drawn, and ostensibly Drawn Enterprises and Acquisitions
Is
Incorporated.
this something that we know in character, or is
You definitely know.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
At least,
okay.
yeah.
Because this group has been to the Everywhere Society's planar foundry.
That's how we ended up here.
Oh, of course, the planar foundry.
But this is like, listen, it's 1,000
It
years
was
ago.
1,000 years ago, yeah. And this is a whole new notebook.
It's
Who knows where the
fresh.
first one is?
So this is our way out.
Yeah, just don't pay.
I scream, no, we're not gonna pay. In fact, you owe us money.
No. I don't want to be a elven slushy. Who knows what they'll slurry in here?
Yeah, I don't want this plane to get overwritten by the next consumer, the next client. I don't know what that's
Look,
gonna happen.
if you own a house or an apartment and they don't pay rent, you kick them out. You don't just burn the apartment down.
Have you
This is
seen
a
the
custom.
Have you seen the corporate shredders for the documents at headquarters? I have. They're just gonna push through one of those.
I don't think I would completely understand what would happen. Cthulhu, enlighten me. What happens when a plane is, let's just say, dematerialized? What happens to the living entities in that plane, theoretically?
I think they would end up in the space between.
Well, space between. Sounds beautiful.
Let's go. Let's go.
We would all turn into.
Like Winnie the Pooh.
Under the Table and Dreaming? Name more songs.
If they didn't want to destroy this plane, they would have to resell it to someone else who needed one and was willing to pay. I don't know what the market's like. I suspect that we will be dissolved and sent to a space between spaces and just drift in a void. So we should at least get an operator on the line.
But what? Everyone's powers work in a void. That's anything seems better than here.
I feel like you didn't hear the part where we get dissolved. That was the thing he said
I
before
thought it
the
was just
void.
a turn of phrase. They're just taking poetic license.
an
Normal
account.
purple prose Cthulhu over here is what I just assumed.
I never know what he's talking
Yeah, I never know when he's being literal or figurative.
We're gonna die. Yeah, but what do you?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Yeah. This guy can't go 5 sentences without talking about his dying. Taste is the death of.
If I may,
Haste is the death of.
Taste is the death of saliva and crap like that with him. Come on.
I shout back. What's the balance?
Ooh.
Would you like to make a payment?
Yes.
Representative.
Zero. Operator. 0, 0.
Oh, very good.
What is our arrangement? I want to know where we are in this space. I know some of us are on top of a crab. Some of us are being pinched.
Yeah. So we know that Walnut, having just received a message from Certainty that says that you're both working at different ends of the same problem. We
Right.
know that you sort of sat down and rested up there, but we can define the rest of it. We have a second here
Okay.
to arrange ourselves here.
Yeah, as long as we're all in shooting range of one another, we're all on the top of the crab.
The crab also stopped
Yeah.
It concerns you too.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're all in it together, literally. And it's
Payments.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the claw has reached up and it is trying to snip and clip at where it thinks the voice might be.
Oh my God, everyone turn out your pockets. We own this place to set ourselves free, for
Right.
God's sake.
We wait till it go to auction, then we get it for a low
Logistics.
price.
Interesting point, Walnut. Let's make a payment.
Absolutely. Stop by our convenient toral planar nexi, located in Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and our new Neverwinter location.
Well, that doesn't help us.
The payment was coming from inside the house.
Told you we shouldn't pay.
We would love to make a payment at one of those points. Can you take us there?
Time to pay has elapsed. The planar fence has now been made semi-permeable, and the highest bidders are free to enter the property.
There we are.
See? Enter, also exit.
Now, but it's one way.
Semi-permeable.
One way. They can come in and take a look.
Pregnable.
Okay.
Do you need to look that one up on Google?
Yes. Sounds dirty.
It does honestly sound filthy.
Okay.
Rosie, no.
Do it.
I'm
Oh
guessing.
man, how does it work? What is this? Who's bidding on it?
He looks up and you can see sort of what looks like gathering storms, like shadows gathering at different points outside the strange cylinder that the party finds itself in. And he says, "Have you ever seen Storage Wars?"
Yup.
I love it.
Obviously.
Even I've seen it.
Yeah, but
I'm crazy for it.
in all these analogies, no one burns anything. If people are gonna come in here and look at it and bid, they're gonna leave afterwards. We'll leave with them.
You know in Storage Wars,
At knife
when
point.
sometimes they open up a storage unit and there's rats in it, and they're like, well, we gotta kill these rats first before I can use this storage unit.
All these rats gotta go.
Or they
these
open the
rats
door and the
gotta
rats
go.
scurry out.
We could be those rats.
We could be the rats that scurry out.
Yeah, but this is
We need a lot of rats.
we're gonna need a lot of rats.
We gotta fill this place. Tip to tail with rats.
Tip to taint, I want to be full of
Yeah, I wanna be rats.
Oh man,
If there's 3 inches, I want a rat in it.
do the contents of the plane, are they considered the property of the plane? Are they part and parcel?
That is part of the contract I'm not super up on, but I think given the rest of how things have turned out, I think that whatever our worst possible imaginings would result in, I think is what it says.
Okay.
So,
Sounds like he knows exactly what's in the contract.
so just so I'm aware, people are gonna come in, bid on this realm,
No,
theoretically buy it.
the highest bidders are free to enter the property.
Oh.
Okay.
So they just get to show up.
But a bidder means someone's going to want to purchase this.
Yes.
Once they purchase it, then they own it.
Yes.
Theoretically, they could then move into it. And the moment they stop paying it, then they will die.
Yes.
Why would anyone do that?
Because they have saved
Exhibit
money.
A.
They have like an account outside that is taking care of the business, and they're not worried about it.
The power of attorney put them here.
Exactly. It seems
Or they want
drastic.
to, or let's just say they just want to rent it and put people in it that they don't like, and then stop making payments so that they are killed
And then
and
we
they are
get stuck
absolved
in
of all
here.
responsibility.
That seems like murder with extra steps.
Nefarious, doesn't it?
Seems unnecessary.
Theatrical,
I
perhaps?
own a lot of property.
Property.
I don't know if you know this, Rosie.
I
but
consider
I'm-
myself to be a property brother.
I'm rich. And in being rich, a lord of slums, if you will, when evicting people, we don't slit their throats on the way out.
Right. This is not a landlord rental situation.
Everything is a landlord rental situation. You zoom out far enough. Rule number 1.
Dinar's a landlord. Sorry,
Shocking,
bud.
shocking twist.
Seeing as how I don't think that this is a voluntary situation, this does feel more like a Stalin bullet situation. And that the first thing they're gonna do is hit flush. They're gonna take this Etch-a-Sketch and they're gonna shake it to start over from scratch.
If someone's coming in, then
Yeah.
they're going to be able to get out.
We gotta kill him.
Yeah, they can.
We
They
just get
can
out with
come in-
them.
They can come in, we kill them, we put on their clothes, we all stack up to one person, one tall person, put on their clothes, then we leave
I think we could probably just force them to let us out with them.
by killing them.
Well, if we have to.
I mean, I would rather not.
If
But-
they come in and they don't destroy us right away, maybe we could present ourselves as a bargain. We could
Yeah.
sell ourselves.
The 4 of us, the crab, and the windsock.
The crab is on their own.
That's going to be a hard sell to a stranger.
Crab
No
cannot get in on
Fucking
this.
deal.
If we figure it out, then cannot just sneak out along with us.
Oh, but
That's
you're right
their
about
problem.
the entity, though. The entity's got to come with us.
The entity has to come with us, obviously.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they want
Of
to.
course.
Of course they want.
The entity could probably
They
just
want to.
make them. Could probably just do what they did to all to you.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's a long story.
I got time. Do we see anybody approaching these storm clouds? Has anyone started to have material shapes started to appear?
But if you're passing your gaze around to where these dark splotches are gathering, and you see, let's see, 1, 2.
Passing your gaze around.
Right at me, and I was like, I feel seen. Thank you.
Finally, this is that
Finally, it
episode.
took so many seasons. He's here for me.
It's right here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are fully 4 separate
Gaze.
Oh, jeez.
zones for you to gaze upon.
Oh.
4
That
zones.
works.
All right. I'm gazing at zone 1. What do I see? Who wants the next one?
Yeah,
Let's roll for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's.
D4, D4,
Yeah,
D4.
what do you
oh, yeah,
want
let's
to
just do a
D20?
D4.
You gotta do some math.
Gonna divide by 5.
No, I was just going to say who goes first.
Both have
fight me.
All right, roll for combat. I attack. No.
No, I'll take 2. 2, 3, you're zone 4.
to-
Obviously.
appropriate. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on brand.
3, 2, 1, go. We all look at our zones.
Marvelous. Everybody dials into their zones. Now we need initiative.
Also, I prepped the coolest spell.
I got to fight zones.
Never
Are we adding initiative? Our
before.
initiative?
Yes, we're
bonus?
rolling.
Okay. Oh.
They have a I'm
13.
I'm 13 as well.
I was only ever wild shape, so I'm good.
13.
Oh, nice.
13.
What are your relative dexterities?
Oh,
I'm in.
incredible.
You'll
Plus
learn
3.
that.
Yeah, never mind.
Plus 3 also.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why are you so dexterous,
Why
you
haven't I used
weirdo?
that?
All right. What are your
Really
numbers?
Wobbly
10.
bits come into this.
8 and 8.
Come on, Cthulhu.
He gave me the first spot because he likes me.
Wait, what was the other number that I'm supposed to give you?
Dex.
My total?
16?
16?
I didn't want to go first.
Oh,
Age before beauty.
I just need your initiative number.
10.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I thought you said Dex too. I was like, oh.
No, not for you guys. This is just since they matched up the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see. And I also need this, which is right here.
No.
No.
That's the number.
Nobody liked that.
For the podcast, the monster's at the very end of the initiative order, not the beginning.
And anybody who says
That's
otherwise.
not true. Kate's lying to you. I would never lie to you. Hi, this is Tristan. Wait, wrong. It's Walnut. Sorry.
Hi, I'm beloved character Walnut.
Right. So,
I may remember me from such episodes as this one.
zone 1.
Yeah. Ready.
This the cloud thickens at the edge, and then through that come, and I mean, it seems there's a stream of them, all atop mantas, pouring in. It's like, imagine a biker gang
Yeah.
where instead of bikes,
Yes.
they have mantas.
Riding on
Oh
mantas.
man.
Yes. Extremely cool.
But no, but it's
Leather?
exactly like it's
Tattoos.
everything that you would expect,
The mantas are like,
except yeah, exactly. And the mantas have handles and wheels, and they're made of metal. No, they're like mantas.
steel manta eyes.
But yeah, every other, but like synchronized outfits, lots of leather, sharp spikes and studs,
Okay.
curved blades.
Nice.
Curved even.
And as they pour in, the leader in front cries out in a loud voice, "I am Prong Dingari."
Sorry. Not laughing.
I do
Not
laugh.
laughing at you.
I laugh at that name.
Don't laugh!
That's part of the cry. It's built in.
I am Prong Dingari, don't laugh.
Yeah, I'm Prong Dingari. Don't laugh.
It's all one word. It's just, I am Prong Dingari, don't laugh.
But don't laugh is one word. I am Prong Dingari. Don't laugh. And I am the War Master Hog.
Great.
Wait, Rosie gets to fight a War Master Hog? I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, I've had fantasies about this one. Prong Dingari, don't laugh, the War Master Hog. Hey, you know what? Just slow clap.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in fighting you, sir. We can have a conversation.
So the mantas pour in, and as they draw close, you can see that that even the mantas themselves have gotten into the piercing game.
Ooh.
Out at the edge, bronze rings shake and clang against each other as they draw down toward you in a wicked arc.
Are the mantas tattooed?
Yeah, let's say that beneath them,
be a
let's say
cool
that beneath
face.
them they're tattooed like when they put out an experimental car and they don't want you to
Oh, yeah.
photograph it.
Yeah.
It's like strange interwoven patterns, some jagged, some smooth.
Ooh, very cool.
What do they call that in World War II? That type of camouflage?
Cool.
Like dazzling camouflage?
Oh yeah,
But
the one that's
the-
like under
it's
the
just-
underside of the plane.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just like, I mean, you can see how it would be, this is obviously the best possible outcome.
Right.
You can see how this would be great for aerial predators.
Yeah.
Is War Master Hog with one G or two Gs?
War Master Hog is but a single G. This Dingari clade has fallen on 4 times, it would appear,
okay.
and affording a
Hard B.
a lot of their resources have gone into becoming one of the bidders for this this space, and so an extra G just wasn't in the cards.
Got it. Thanks. You could have just said one. Thank you.
Could have, but didn't. And that's what makes him the best.
That's why that's our jury.
That's our Jerry.
Love it.
He raises his left arm, and then his fist spasms, and you can see the mounted crossbow spit out a couple bolts, neither of which connects with you.
Do they come anywhere close, or is it just like a hi, hello, like a form of greeting?
It's an intro. But if you would like to try to grab one,
You know I do.
the number, I think that
been
you
a
could.
minute.
I think that you pull that up. The number is not amazing.
Right.
Get it, girl.
Okay. I use my reaction to deflect or catch the missile, and I'm hit by a ranged weapon attack. When I do so, the damage I take is reduced by blah. If I reduce the damage to 0 and have a free hand, I can. Okay, so I don't have to roll to. I just use my reaction to catch it,
Yeah.
and then I will take damage, but it will be reduced by 1d10 plus 14. So that seems like an
Holy shit.
automatic reduction to 0.
So your reaction. So that's you have one reaction per round.
Yes.
Okay. So one of them simply misses.
Okay.
The other one goes right into your palm.
Okay, great. I can also spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack against him. But if it seemed like this was more of like a shot across the bow, then I'm just gonna like hold on to it with a steely gaze and like make unbroken eye contact. Holding this
You know what? We will slide right into your turn.
Love that.
From Prong Dingari. Don't laugh.
Okay.
The War Master Hawk.
Yeah.
To laugh at his dumb.
So this is the romance. This is a romance for the ages so far.
I mean, everything's going according to plan as far as my dates go. So Prong Dingari, give me like the shape language of this hottie. Like, what's Prong Dingari's? What's his dick like, homie? Like, tell me everything.
Are they like from a fish people? Like, do they look like they belong in a manta?
Absolutely. There's a triangular that extends maybe 2 inches from the front of the face, a triangular nose
Okay.
with 2 oval membrane slits
Ooh,
that audibly suck in and out
nice.
with frustration.
Oh,
Mostly sort of turquoise skin, bedecked, as I suggested before, in studded leather, curved, hooky blades.
Shape of Water 2021.
I know, right? Yeah. So I think that I don't think Rosie's going to try to attack because I like the idea that we're trying to like sell ourselves as part of the package deal and not like you should wipe out all the rats from your storage unit.
Sure.
So rather than getting too cross, I think Rosie I grab this crossbow bolt and I like kind of like smooth my hair back just real quick, try and pull some little move, and then kind of like you would with like glasses or, you know, gamer girl controller or whatever. She kind of like runs the arrow across her face and like, she's like, what's War Master Hog doing in a place like this?
So is Belle Delphine impressive in D&D?
That is not a Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
Rosie didn't put a fidget spinner on the end of the thing and spit no.
What that fish do, homie?
Yes, yeah. What you well, that's the next round.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah,
show me-
tuna cannon.
Yeah. Little chode. Little tuna can.
Okay.
yeah. So just a little seduction.
So
move.
yeah, so let's put it into let's nest this in the dice system.
Let's do this mechanically.
Right.
I'm assuming you want an intimidation because I'm sexually intimidating.
I mean, is this what you were trying to dominate?
Yeah, I think so.
With this bolt-based
I think
eroticism.
that's why the grab is just
Oh, it's a
like,
whole
I'm
move.
scary,
It's a whole move.
but I'm like restraining myself because
Like
I'm
a rose.
so.
You're like,
Should have
First they're sour.
caught it in your teeth.
Then they're sweet. Then they're sweet. All right, come
a
on,
rose.
baby. Get them. Okay, well, 5 plus 6 is an 11, so it's not her best work, but not her worst.
It's not her best work, and we also don't know a lot about Prong Dingari Don't Laugh.
It's true. I know he's Prong Dingari, Don't Laugh, War Master Hog.
Yeah.
Those are
and
the
that's-
5 words.
That's a lot.
And that's plenty.
lot to know.
That's
Too much.
We had lunch, and I feel like this is actually too much now. So this is just enough for his right foot.
That's the next character. Just enough.
to
This
move.
is just enough.
Oh,
Just
is he in
enough.
zone 2?
No, just enough for the right foot to get slightly off on the right wing of the manta.
Nice.
He, according to my roll, falls off the right side, loses his grip of the rein, catches his foot in one of the manta rings, swings around, cries out as the ankle is shattered.
My ankle.
Back through the hole.
Yeah.
Back through the portal again.
It's like a Black Widow type of situation. It really just killed him.
Dead.
Dude, listen, I hope that that's true because there's a play here.
This guy sucks.
There's a play here. And so he dangles for a few moments from his now liquefied joint
Jesus Christ.
until he slips out
Okay.
and then falls.
Did he roll a nat 1?
We rolled a 6.
Oh, jeez.
To stay on, like.
And just falls.
Oh no.
Forever.
Into the void?
He's just gone?
The manta flies forward from another manta. You see a number of their warrior clade, leap atop this manta, seize the reins,
almost mine.
and say, "I am Hulu Dingari, don't laugh. War Master Hog." But
How many of those two? They're like, we haven't seen the lineage
are
of
there?
rapid turnover.
Of them. How many of them are
about
there?
50.
Okay.
All right. And in a couple minutes, none.
Yeah.
At this rate.
It doesn't take long to burn them down.
Does he do the jerk off bolt thing too?
Does he try to bolt you with some
I'll keep
trepidation?
going.
Yeah.
I
No.
just kill this gig up.
Once we get back here, then we'll have another opportunity to work through the Dingari.
This is not the first time I has killed someone with sexual intimidation. So,
Won't be the last.
Won't be long.
won't be the last.
All right, Cthulhu Drow.
Okay.
We have achieved Cthulhu Drow turn.
I turn my gaze from that occurrence, and now I'm watching my zone again.
Exactly. So your zone
It's like, okay.
Your zone erupts and draws.
Oh,
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, it's bad timing. Not like this. High school all over again.
all right.
I was so in the narrative.
Okay.
Your zone erupts. Oh God. Every now and then it works. You know what I mean?
Every now and again, this game's worth it.
It collects out from the edge of this shadow and boils toward the center, pushes itself through, and a massive demonic shadow expands to fill almost as much space as it can give it. And it doesn't seem ready to stop growing yet.
Is there anything I can catch?
Well, absolutely. It announces, yes, exactly. It sends out, what it announces to the realm. So imagine they're using the slash command.
I'm Dong Bingari.
No.
And if I get turned on, I will get hurt. I will fall down. So don't do it.
If you give me a boner, I'm gonna lose my center of gravity is gonna be messed up. I'm gonna fall over. It's my one weakness. Don't laugh. That's his whole name.
Writing requires complete placidity.
They're the best.
Like the
It's even
waves.
difficult for them.
Yeah.
The way.
Oh my god.
Even a half chub is gonna mess me up. I'm not even kidding.
Could mean disaster.
Yes.
Don't laugh.
Okay, do the cool stuff.
All right, we got it. Here we go. All right, so just for your purpose, it's not connected to the other thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's That's going to be a focus.
It's going to come back again and again.
It's going to be a focus
that's
for a
right.
while, I think.
Right.
I mean, we're going to get back to Rosie's turn. There's going to be a lot more
We're gonna see what's up.
of that stuff.
He was so stupid.
I love it.
But its face doesn't have a mouth in exact terms.
Sure.
Okay.
I specifically avoided that term. But some force works and contorts its face, and it says, "I am the grave of men."
What up, it's your boy?
And then there's almost a pause of recognition between the of and the men.
Look at stutter.
Yeah.
And you see its long, too long, bestial forelimbs ending in these jagged scythes of shadow blade. You see it kind of fidget its hands a little bit as it sees you.
Grave of men. High bid.
Made good. Yeah. Rags to
Doing well
riches.
for yourself.
In the real estate market game now, huh? Nice.
It brings up its hands of reaping scythes and shrugs as if to say, "I'm doing okay."
Yeah. I got a little extra liquidity. I'm looking to invest it, you know?
I got nothing but questions about the industry for you.
I got a Redfin notification. I came
What
over.
does a plane like this cost? What does this run you?
Nice.
What will you
You're like
reap
two
from
dads at a barbecue holding
Yeah.
beers. Would that set you back?
Exactly. I mean, and so like this is like there is a war force pouring in from one of these eternal holes. Now there is something like an ally emerging from another one, and it seems like it's ready to just have a conversation. It seems like maybe it doesn't know how this works, and it's its first time. And so it swipes the claws through its torso, and then holds out a handful of coins, upon which faces twist and shriek.
Oh, nice.
some of these? Although I'm not,
NFTs.
yeah. Same over and over again.
It's like, it just keeps doing it. It's just an
Yeah.
animated GIF, okay?
Neat. Yeah, I guess. You know, you only buy the URL. Like, you don't actually even.
It's everything. These other shadows are growing and twisting, and this is sweet.
There's the dancing baby.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Cathris would. I don't know. Has seen these before, but I mean, assume it's a damned currency.
Like a soul
Yeah,
coin?
exactly.
But you gotta.
That's
That's the kind
Cathris,
of money you need to buy a place like
it's the
this.
sort of thing that Cathris probably thinks is kind of dumb.
I bet you've read at least 3 or 4 books about it.
I would have. Yeah, maybe I've seen something.
If only to properly dunk on it later.
Dumb. Waste.
Arcane Economics,
Soul chains.
Volume 2.
Oh, so here's the question I ask of my old companion, dear friend.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing where it's like you have a spell that's like
It's like we-
summon the demon, but it's like every time you call, it's like the same demon picks up.
Right.
Hey, you up?
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, that's maybe the first thing that comes out is upon seeing them, I say, I didn't cast it. I didn't even cast it this time. Incredible. But the question I really want to ask is you successfully bid on this plane. Were you aware that others are also succeeded in entering?
And then the face stretches and blisters, and it says, "Others."
We've been in an imbroglio on this plane. We're not sure how it works either, but it seems to me that a high bidder would be able to lay claim to it in total and not share with Manta Men. And there's 2 other holes. We haven't even seen them come through yet.
It expands in like dimensionally. It physically appears to get larger, but conceptually, the level of fear that it's able to manufacture grows. And it says, "Are you a bidder?"
No. I have no interest in this plane.
I think it's nice that Grave of Men is just chill with the fact that you involuntarily summoned him many times.
It's been a while, and maybe we both come to terms with that's not how we would have chosen it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not your first choice. Now, Ms. Dongrass,
What?
is there any new business?
Out of zone 2? You tell me.
Absolutely.
Zone 2.
Zone 2. Out of zone 2. Mm-hmm. Hang on, let me make a quick note. And then obviously the Dingari, this is very rosy situation. Out of your realm, the zone that is yours to observe, emerges something that looks like a galleon or ship, except it doesn't have, except it's built wrong for water, basically. So it has a long prow with something like a dragon-killing spike on the front.
Boat nose.
Boat nose, for lack of a better term.
There is no better
Yeah,
term.
that is the better term.
Yeah, that's the term.
But it's almost, you can tell like through the center of the ship, it's almost hinged so that that weapon could be arbitrarily designated to a side.
Interesting. Okay.
And the masts that would be so familiar. Yeah, the boat hat, the boat dress, really.
Yeah.
Ears.
The shirt of the boat.
They extend upward, and it's just, they're like, except much wider, comically vast. And it's like they got the memo wrong, and they have also set several masts below so that on the top and the bottom are a massive array of golden sails that are catching some strange astral wind as it comes in. And there is a call from the front that says, "We've bid well, my friends. Can you smell it? God's blood."
Ooh, Storage Wars is heating up.
What's the one? What does the ship? Is the ship like metallic?
Like large parts of it appear to be made of metallic, of an alloy of some kind. Absolutely.
Okay, and the rest is like organic looking.
Yeah. It looks like it's like I say, in a lot of ways, it resembles a traditional sailing
Okay.
vessel.
I was curious. Okay, and can I see the passengers? Or the
They are just now coming in. You could wait for a little bit as it approaches. You think that you have seen creatures like this before. Native to the astral plane. Tall, gaunt figures. And you can see slung to the back, projecting very high, is the two-handed grip of their legendary silver swords.
Great.
The Githyanki!
Yeah, we got there. We got
We
there.
get it, okay? Nobody gets it like I
Yes!
get it.
So they're god whalers.
God Whalers. Yeah, for sure.
They are.
God whalers.
Tristan loves this. Walnut hates this. Seeing what I mean, we had a fantastic voyage, some might say, into, wild space and beyond, or wherever the hell we
Indeed.
were. And
Well, and you know their wicked blades.
true. And for those that don't remember, was not a positive experience.
Wasn't great.
For most, I would say most of us, but Walnut also. So upon seeing this, she's just like, no, Not again.
These fucking guys.
Oh, okay. And when they're screaming about God's blood, Walnut's like immediately she's thinking like, oh, they want dinar, and she's like, yeah, starts shouting at him like, oh yeah, come on down. Got all the God's blood you can handle.
Just stick a straw in this guy like a Capri Sun, slurp him up.
No, I mean
I was
she
like,
has
door?
her scimitar out, and she's just like, oh yeah, I would love to munch on those faces, those slender faces. They will, Just gonna eat them. I'm not gonna do any weird space stuff that y'all love, but regular eating down here.
Eat him in elf form.
Oh, yeah.
Walnut considers this.
Just
Walnut
eat a
remembers.
face.
I'll remember this.
Walnut thinks I don't have to change a shape to eat them.
Don't have to blow my wild shapes.
Yeah, she'll call up to him. And she's like, no, but for real, no God's blood here. You can go back to where you came from.
This place is a real ripoff. You're not worth it.
I came here too, bone dry. She smacks the crab convincingly. See? That is a desiccated
There's a husk.
crustacean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some God's blood here before, but it's like,
It's all gone.
yeah, it ran out. They hear this. Chirp from atop the crab, and they bring the vessel to bear down toward that massive face with the, and you can see the spike in the center sort of sliding out ahead of the rest of the vessel to orient itself down toward the face. But I mean, that'll be next turn.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Kill the crab that's trying to kill me?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, don't do me any favors.
Oh no!
And my crab is my friend.
Don't stab my crab.
Right. Crab stabber. No. So, Dinar Blitzen,
Present.
Vessel of Vars Malus. Mars Valus.
Blessed be his name.
Blessed be his name. So, you are gazing upon your dark spot,
Yep. Just
and as it
Everybody else has got all this stuff going on, and
wacky
Dinar's
shit, and he's just like,
Who came to see me?
tapping a clawed foot.
just like,
Throw something at it to open it
You're
faster.
seeing like Crithris is talking to a demon.
yeah.
That tracks.
yeah, this guy,
This guy's falling down. Rosie's got something, and then Walnut's yelling at a boat.
yeah.
It's all the.
yelling at him.
Again.
This is.
The crab is doing monster crab stuff. And
It's Tuesday. You know what I mean? It's just Tuesday, and then the shape darkens and darkens until it's almost pitch black, and then the creature that emerges is a gigantic butterfly.
Beautiful.
With massive, it's got to be 20-foot long, feathery antennae,
Ooh, wow. Just the antenna. Oh.
wings, feathery. Is this? I hope this doesn't awaken something in you.
Oh, it's been awake.
No, it got Mothian for a moment, and I liked it.
Well, it's very much so.
What's
But
your dust sona?
I was also gonna say, yeah, thank you, my dust sona, a butterfly in the sky that I was gonna lean to Denard.
Yeah.
You know, you can fly twice.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Go.
So with each beat of these massive wings, the pattern of which is always shifting and guiding itself through a sequence. Strange green luminescent powder.
Green luminescent powder.
Green luminescent powder. That classic call has just begun to puff out
Uh-oh. Dusty.
over the zone. And
I got a dusty bug.
Dust my
You guys
wax.
all got cool stuff. I got a dusty dumb bug.
And it's like it turns its massive eye domes toward the Githyanki void cruiser, and there's a note like a song, like a single clear note, and as the note projects out and begins to fill the space, 2 seconds later, that note becomes a psionic auger that basically does a core sample of the void cruiser.
Oh my god.
It just punches directly. Walnut is down on top of that crab head.
Fuck yeah, get it! Get it, girl!
And it is like a direct core sample punch directly through the middle of it. It's just the middle of the ship is gone. The rest of one mast falls completely off out. 10 Dingari are caught up in its golden webbed mesh. They are dragged down into the bottom. This is just pay-per-view for Walnut.
This is hilarious.
Don't laugh.
I was like, oh, it would have been cooler if it was a dragon. Yeah, like, a butterfly's okay, I guess.
Exactly, but that's the scene. There's just like, you're like in front of it, and there's just a little tiny Dinar silhouette, and there's a...
Oh yeah, like I tried to fuck it. He made a friend. She started yelling at the boat.
Yeah.
You got options.
I got a kaiju here. I don't know. Yeah, like, didn't even want to talk to me. Just immediately wrecked the boat.
It just immediately cored out.
You started talking shit about calling it a dusty bug.
Well, I obviously regret that now.
Is there anything
There's
that you...
one little word you can say to make it up to it.
I just say that was cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
You see the antennae sweep down almost like a genteel bow toward you.
Oh.
Ooh.
And then the fronds come back up. And it is about this time that the dust begins to fly over you. Revered Shadow Council, may our labors please you. It's time for our first break. But don't worry, it's only because we have frail mortal bodies and they require maintenance.
Filled with piss.
Oh yeah, dude, it's up to here.
I can taste it.
Fear not, we will be right back in mere moments. We'll see you. And welcome back to SE Teams. Now, I am about to read from the part of this document entitled "Immediately After the Mid-Episode Break." Alyssa is tired of this joke.
No, she's not. She's smiling like an idiot. She loves it.
Well, I guess I mean we know that it's happening, right? That's good.
All her teeth.
Now, let us.
All 87 of them.
It is a fact, well established, that Idle Champions is introducing the Trials of Mount Tiamat, a multiplayer co-op variant. Defeat Tiamat for legendary rewards.
That's awesome.
Hold on a second.
This is not pretend. I didn't know it was like that. Here, get Walnut's help in defeating Tiamat. It wouldn't be the first time. She has some experience in these matters. We are giving away the big Walnut bundle, featuring an unlock for Walnut Dawn Grass, 42 Walnut gold chests, and an exclusive golden epic. Get active in the chat.
42, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Now, when last we saw our heroes, they were in an increasingly surreal interplanar pressure cooker. And the heat, it's only rising. Now, we will go back to the top of the initiative.
Wait, I thought I was.
Nope, absolutely not.
Fucking brainwashed or.
Oh, you know,
poisoned
that's
or something.
bored, but
We'll figure it out now,
Don't worry.
too.
You fucked with me, and so now that's it.
Okay.
That's actually not true.
All right,
So,
dude, I'm good this episode.
no, it was really cool.
This episode.
I had a bunch of stuff ready.
Round
Thought
one.
about it while I was peeing. What?
Round one, you fucked around. Round two, you're gonna find out.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't fuck around. I was a good boy. I was a good boy. I get good boy points.
To fuck around is human. To find out is divine.
All right, now, first things first, obviously we need to investigate what's going on with Hulu Dingari Don't Laugh the War Master Hog.
Right. You gonna roll and find out what's going on with him?
I did. Now we have two shots, one of which is a critical hit
Against moi?
against toi.
Oh shit.
But I mean, we're still talking about D4s, and so
Yeah,
theoretically, it should be underneath the.
If I can still also grab with my other hand, my other little hando, I can use deflect missiles again.
He's got hands, got feet.
And then I reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 14. And if we're talking about D4,
Yeah, no, even at the critical level.
I mean, I'll roll it for you if you want.
No,
if you want to see it.
I mean, listen. Why don't we roll it?
Let's roll it.
Let's just fucking roll it.
Let's just fucking roll it.
This is fun.
I reduced damage by 21 points. What'd your D4 get me?
Well, it was good. What's your D4 like?
Yeah, homie.
Healed by this.
Tell me.
D4, dude.
Yeah, ultimately you're nourished. It goes in your mouth and you go, nom, 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 nom.
I get hit points back.
No, it's not insufficient. I mean, it is not sufficient to strike you. And
The arrow was a baguette.
Delicia.
That's not what I meant to shoot.
but it's like it hits the mouth, and then it's like a chipper shredder. It just goes. So long story short, the second one misses.
Okay.
The first one is caught. Now,
Yeah. This one I've take offense at, and I'm not going to be sexy about it. I'm going to use a cheat point, and I'm going to make a a ranged attack with range min 20, max 60. How far away is he?
wait, he shot you. What, max 60?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
It's within, and he had to be within that range to shoot you.
Okay, so I'm going to make a ranged attack against him, which is going to be an 11.
It's insufficient.
Okay.
But it sails up past.
He gets the message.
Yeah, he gets the message, and it chortles with delight. It says, "You think such a response, such a riposte
Yeah.
could unseat the War Master Hog, Hulu Dingari? Don't laugh."
I will say I did think that. However, that was only my reaction. So, I am ready to take my full action now.
So this is something that you have. This is something that you have analyzed and assessed. You can see that maybe this is a Dingari thing. It's hard to know, right? With the Dingari.
Dingari.
Some things are Dingari. I will give you that.
Okay.
But the rest of them just sort of seem to be waiting to see what happens to Hulu Dingari.
Got it. Okay. Love that. All right. So I feel like this is one of Rosie's talents that I never utilize, which is to assess a social situation and pick out the various like strata, and hierarchy of like power and dynamics going on. We talked about this really, really early in her character, that like she could go into a party and just like figure out who's mad at who, etc.
Yeah. Well, we talked about like for Rosie. Excuse me, everybody.
We're gonna chat. You
We're
guys
just talking.
You guys do what you need to do.
We talked about how Rosie essentially, like, the reason the shadow stuff was cool was because she is at the periphery of things. She sort of lives in the shadow.
Right.
But that means, like, the shadow of at multiple levels. Obviously the mystical shadow, but also just sort of at the edge, unseen, observing.
Right.
Social space.
So perhaps I could utilize Grammamancy.
Grammamancy is more about gripping and seizing shadows to wreck people. Now, if you want to clear out a certain strata,
Yeah.
of these ringed manta bikers.
You just got to kill all but one of them, and then the last one's the leader.
Or kill all of them and now I'm the leader.
Grip it and
Rosie
rip it.
Dingari, don't laugh. War Master Hog. I got my eyes on that prize.
Just yell out to all of them, which one of you like me? Which one of you will be my friend?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Walnut? What were you gonna say? Okay, love that.
I don't know.
Yeah, actually, because I haven't done it yet, and we're already halfway through the episode, I think that Grammamancy is what I want to do. Not just in the social. I've already analyzed this. Like I've done my Terminator vision. I've got the
exactly.
thing
And this
figured out.
you have analyzed the Saturn rings of this social group.
Yeah.
And
what have I determined?
It maps visually quite well. There is this, just like for Hulu just jumped from that ring that was right around the front. And so you can just see that their pecking order is essentially crabs in a bucket,
It's always crabs. Always comes back to crabs.
Right?
Am I right?
and it goes out to the edge. And you can see, like, out here, not so many rings in
Okay.
these manta wings.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
These onions.
Okay. So I'm going to interpret this in K language. So it sounds like the more powerful members of the Dingari clan are around this outer edge, and that, like, as they go back, they're less powerful or less prestigious.
Exactly, yeah.
Prestigious?
So imagine that it's sort of a point. Imagine that the whole group is sort of operating like in a chevron, and the leader is in the front. It's basically from the front to the back, that's the range of their social space.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
So everybody around the front, those are the ones who are either the bosses or want to be the boss.
Okay. So then here's what I pitch. You can tell me how much of this you want to let me get away with.
How many of these coins?
I only have the one.
Yeah, when I got more coins. I mean, you tell me, you sell me on a great idea.
Okay.
We can talk about these coins.
We can do a little exchange?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Okay. So what I think I'd like to do is, now that I've identified this power structure, I would like to use Gromomancy and start to, because I figure these Dingari and these mantas are casting mad shadows. And the thing that I'd like to do is bring these shadows up from the mantas and seize this Hulu Dingari Don't Laugh for Master Hog with the shadows that I can control. Not only seize him and restrain him, but like also all of the little shadows that are coming off the tails. I think what I would like to do, this is really brutal, but I think what I also, in addition to just restraining him, I'm not trying to hurt him yet, but I would like to get a grip on every single one of the rings piercing this manta and tear them out of the flesh of this manta and
All right.
pull them to me.
All right.
just want the rings?
I want the rings. I want the rings because I feel like that is what I'm understanding is like the establishment of who is the most powerful, and this War Master Hog Manta has the most rings, and them rings gonna be mine now, and that's what I want to do.
Yes.
So you're grabbing. So how many of these rings are you trying to grab?
How many are there on this one Manta?
Oh, the War Master Hog Manta
Yeah.
has 12 rings.
Okay, I'm gonna try to grab as many as I can.
From all of them or just him?
Just him, just
Oh,
that
okay.
one. I'm gathering the shadows from everybody, but I'm just attacking the one guy.
Take every single mantis.
Just give me. I feel like maybe if I can get it. No, I just feel like that would be too much to ask.
Yeah.
Tearing all the rings out,
old.
because that's like
old.
Magneto level shit.
This isn't old.
This is horrifying.
Okay,
Is
well,
what it is.
I will
No,
take
no.
out as many as you can
No.
give me.
But this is what I like. Because we talked about it for a while, like her analyzing it, but that didn't even take a second,
Nice, yeah,
right?
yeah.
She just saw it and she's just like, okay, this is what these boys are doing.
Right, yeah. Oh, I
Right.
get this. You just have the.
You're
all
just
right,
up front
it's pretty
and you're
basic.
back.
Got it.
You don't have any
yeah.
rings. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Low
it's like
shit.
pull
Got
this-
it, got it.
So you will reach up, and these astral shadows, because the astral has a sort of uniform light source, there is still something like a shadow that you can grip, but it has a luminescent edge.
Ooh.
And you reach out for what you know to be there, what you've mastered, and it licks out from underneath this manta, grabs the rings, and then pulls them out through, and then the manta and Hulu Dingari are basically flung through space.
Nice.
And
There he goes.
so tell me what happened. Tell me, so these shadows are bringing you the rings?
Yeah, the shadows. Here's the picture I have is that the shadows have like they're gripping the rings, and the rings kind of like form a half circle around Rosie, and then the shadows that grip them are like almost like they're coming off of her, like
Yeah.
they're
Bloody
emerging
rings.
from her
Like
shadow,
snaking
yeah.
out.
Aren't they dripping with manta blood? Yes, of course. Is
It
it
was something.
like there's like this horrifying shadow, like Alphonse Mucha framing around her with this bloody rings that she and probably some manta flesh, but then just like the sweetest little old lady standing in the middle of it, like
I
I did it.
So Hulu, thank you,
Welcome.
paid in full. Hulu Dingari and their
Who?
exactly right.
Don't know her.
They're flung they're just like the waste product of this ult. They are just catapulted over your head as the rings come down and then are held in their orbit around you. This operates powerfully upon Dingari psychology. They are now swooping down. Some in the front ring have begun to attack each other.
I do laugh.
So now it's basically like where the leader should be. Now these pretenders have just tried to pinch themselves physically and metaphorically into the same place of honor. And it is not a success. It is not a success.
I'm having a great time.
Cthulhu Straub.
Horrifying.
So we're looking at
All manner of strangeness. Everyone else seems to be having a very different experience from you, Cthulhu. Everyone else, there's not a. It doesn't seem like there's much in the way of a dialogue, anything productive. Although it seems like Dinar's having a good time. Dinar has begun to.
would know.
Dinar has begun to dance
okay.
and
A little
sway as though to a
understanding.
hidden music.
I feel like you and Grave of Men are like the two people who know each other at a party that's gotten way out of hand.
Yeah, and we're like, do we go? Like, should we help?
Should we call someone?
Yeah, exactly. Should we? It's like your phone's out, and you're like pretending to talk to someone just so people will leave you alone.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, you both have
I
your
have to
phones
leave.
out, but you're talking to each other.
Right.
Just keep bringing it up in like you're texting someone and just the notepad app.
Yeah, you're just scrolling settings.
So while we view this, are you're still Grave of Men? You're still a grave for men.
We are Grave of Men.
All apologies.
The royal you.
This seems like what when you bid on this plane, you receive a ticket to enter a battle royale for claim to it. If you are up to your old habits, I mean, you could wait it out. I feel like that's the smart move because these others seem to be disintegrating themselves. Only the butterfly really seems to have any actual weight.
Agency.
Yeah, in this. I'm kind of curious where they all got the money. To be honest, I guess that it doesn't account for everything. They scrape it together and they show up thinking they got something. But they're tasteless creatures, are they not?
But tasty.
But yeah, in one realm, certainly, but the one that concerns you, good flavor.
Yeah.
Not sure. I never understood the entirety of that.
Just keep on
Just
going.
keep talking. Keep digging.
That's why I was trying to establish whether or not we're still after these beings to consume. Is that still hot?
That's still what you're up
Yes,
to?
yes.
If I
There was
could
hots on
afford
the street right now?
afford a plane, I'd probably.
Still the two dads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
So you
the-
still
you get-
still eating, guys?
you're still popping the top, pouring them out.
Yeah, what's the position from like the other? Sounds like the butterfly has destroyed this huge ship.
Well, it is certainly punched through it, but the ship itself is quite large.
Okay.
It has other masts that are
Sustained damage.
in operation,
Okay.
but you have begun to hear the crack and strain of the superstructure of the ship.
Love it.
Yeah, it's in
And you can also hear Walnut's exultant cries.
Hooting and hollering.
Ululating.
Yeah, I don't want to offend you. I don't know if you're the type to, scavenge, wait it out, or if you would swoop in and destroy a ship full of combatants. It seems like it's easy pickings.
In the end,
Nothing really matters.
in the end, there is but one place for them.
Right there, in our old tum-tum.
The tummy grave.
The grave I bring with me. He says, "We have but to watch and then sift the ruins."
Me? Also? I'll see what I can get.
If you're free. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm feeling an energy.
What are you doing after this? You doing anything later?
What are you doing during this?
Yeah, something with you.
Yeah.
Something together.
You know, I have taken a spell recently, Soul Cage. Maybe I could have a little foray as a grave of a single man. See what it's like. Try that on.
Grave of man.
Yeah.
You're a grave of mans.
It nods in its eternal sagacity, and then turns back to the pageant.
We watch together. And then
That's a good
see,
one.
camera goes down, the two hands brushing, but then it's fine.
Oh, finally.
It's just about finally there's someone that they can connect with.
This we get.
It's shared interests.
Yeah, that's it.
It's shared interests. Now, Ms. Dongrass, there is new business.
What's the new business?
The new business,
Nude business?
nude
Not
business.
interested.
Walnut Dongrass, nude business, DVD. The ship comes down.
Steel drum.
Nope.
That's what I was saying no to. Go ahead.
It is the
See Walnut Dongrass like this.
the
Very distinct 2003 memory, you know?
the ship was orienting that spike toward the creature that is currently wearing you as a hat. And it seems now that perhaps something about being cored out of the center of this ship has caused it to begin to overcorrect, so that now the mass of the bulk of this ship is turning and is basically set up to sideswipe the front of the crustacean.
Tokyo Drift.
Great. I mean, sucks for crab. But
So
tide goes in, tide goes out, circle of life.
Can't explain it.
God, was I possessed by Ryan? Okay. God, disgusting. Yes. I still can't use. I cannot use magique. I can't use magic.
you can use magic.
I can use magic.
As long as you pray to the right God.
Yeah, as long as you pray to the
Like I said, I can't use magic.
Your face, perfect little upside down view. Little
Exactly.
N
Yeah.
shape.
Okay. So it's gonna sideswipe us.
So you basically think that it's going to strike the midpoint of this. The spike is now turned to the side.
Right.
It's not going to be able to joust this thing. It is going to hit on the side so that the top half of this ship
Yeah.
is going to shear and come right toward you
Yeah,
and scrape you off of the top of this. The bottom half, you can hear a great intake of air as the crab opens its massive maw. And you think it'll probably just eat the bottom half of the ship and anything in it.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with the grappling that's about to happen here. What I was going to say is, how far away am I from Dinar? Adjudicate.
Let's see. So I'm going to say Dinar is 90 feet from you. Dinar is farther back watching their butterfly moth annihilator,
Zone 3.
Zone 3,
Okay.
move in.
That's fine. So I okay. And was there any weird gravity stuff with the ground being a crab? We're in a void, or are we just like good? Like, there's nothing.
It seems feet seem to rest on top of it. You're not jumping. It isn't like low gravity mode. There's no mutators on.
Big head mode, though.
Yeah, big head mode. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, these Githyanki, the heads are like basketballs. It's crazy.
Yeah. Damn, I am totally built for offense.
Well, that's great news.
It is great news. I would like to.
I will have one of your.
I'm gonna
Finest.
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 Hurry up, we'll order my product.
I would like to.
Rage.
I would just like to drop a flaming sphere, just on the deck. Just
Upper
You
deck.
know what? This chaos needs more chaos.
Fire.
There's options. What is it? Moonbeam the big spike. Sure. Make a little anti-life shell and I live in the marble and nothing can hurt me. Or drop a flaming sphere in the middle of the deck.
I think
Bring
this
I
fire.
think
is
it's terrific.
this image kicks ass.
I have a question.
I
though.
don't have an answer, but go on.
My question is, what do you say to the glittering dragon god Varsmalis
Oh yes.
in order to summon this magical ball of fire?
So what I say is I like knowing that I have to pray again to the dragon and like feeling every time I do it, it's like moms are watching. Like Leaky and Malif. Like somehow they know.
Sorry, mummies. I also think Dinar has to hear it too.
No, I know.
No.
He's got to feel it.
But so that's what I'm saying is it's like I don't want to say it
light.
too loud, but also
Ooh, yeah.
so then I just go glittering copper dragon in the sky. I know you're more of an acid guy, but I offer unto you the boon of flame to vanquish your enemies. In your name, I slay these horrible, disgusting creatures that came from the place beyond the stars, and we're just gonna send them back together. And then I'm like, how do I do Varsmalis magic? Because I've only done wild shape so far. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's the invocation.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Like you complete the spell, you just hold your own hand up and you feel a spectral.
spectral fucking
This is the somatic, and the verbal is. Bleh.
Yeah, no, when I feel the
His
dragon claw, like the spectral dragon claw touch me, I go, ugh. And then the flaming sphere just fucking.
I love it. And so you instantiate
Yes.
this the flaming sphere right in front of you, just as the ship itself, the upper half of this thing, has been like lathed off of the rest of the ship, and it is traveling toward you over the top, like scraping up.
I'm gonna move.
No, I can't wait. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I'm so pleased with this fireball, and so you instantiate it. Of course, it stays where it is, right?
Yeah.
And then it just burns as this top chunk of the ship grinds towards you. It just stays there, and it is charring the boat, the people on the boat. They are leaping from side to side, jumping out, jumping off, being captured, falling off of the front.
I love that. Am I charring the crab?
No, it's up high.
Okay.
But I would.
Soup's not on. That was gonna be my exit line.
I was just gonna say.
No, it's all good.
No. If you.
The crab's like, oh, what the fuck?
Can I have an acrobatics roll?
Why would you ever? Oh, it's okay. It's not that okay. All right, get ready with your lousy dice to help me. Oh my God, who likes a 22?
Yummy.
Yummy.
So as the rest of the boat is coming through underneath while you're shaving it, basically, it's already been cut in half one way, and now you're burning through it the other way. It's like you've automated the process of this. Can you help me know what this looks like as chunks of the boat are coming toward you? Just give me I need the anime description.
Oh, so I was
It's crates, ropes.
Please just open this one.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay, so the boat's coming towards me. I was on this crab like in its little lower eye socket thing, and I like right hands in for the whole eye stalk, and I just kind of pat the eye stalk of the crab, and I go, oh, sorry, buddy, and I like just kind of flip myself up to the lip of the crab, right, and this boat is coming in. There's stuff whipping off it, right, and I am ready to contend with anyone that might like, make purchase or landfall, or like maybe they're gonna jump off the ship and now we're gonna have we're gonna cross swords on the crab or whatever.
There's gonna be some Errol Flynn shit.
And so, as like shrapnel's going off the boat, I'm like trying to just kind of like dodge it, and I'm like so dialed in, like predator, absolutely ready to jump. And then I realized like it's just actually not going great for them, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And so then I just run. I just start.
Which zone?
I start running towards Dinar. I don't want to be in the flaming crab pile.
Yeah.
Although,
I mean, it's good eating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the focus.
can I summon butter?
Exactly. No, create butter, I think is
Create
the...
butter. Excuse me. Plant growth. A lemon tree.
In some ways, butter is a forest friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You summon a bunch of
That's
cows.
not untrue.
So,
I literally was thinking, what part of the animal is the butter from? I was thinking lard. Go on.
that's separate.
It's a different thing.
That's separate.
So
So,
you could summon any animal. So can you summon the milk out of the cows?
Milk's not an animal.
But it's part of an animal.
no, it's not.
I just want to
Someone
summon
part of animal.
the gland. It's a pile of glands.
It's like, I don't want to waste all this other stuff. It's
it's
a waste.
fine.
I just want
I can transubstantiate anything.
Can you summon like a lot of jerky? Like, I really want to like.
Yeah. We'll get the butter.
Yes, from the store.
Yeah.
You
You have a
can't.
butterfly right in front of you.
Son.
So, you cast a glance back, and the top of this boat has sheared the eye stalks completely off the crab.
They don't need those.
Oh no.
Or it would. It's certainly that's what it appears.
Oh.
And then as soon as the boat passes over, the eye stalks flip back up, and you can see the claws doing the maintenance. The claws, massive, city-sized claws, performing stock maintenance.
Dang it.
Dinar Blitzen.
Before we get into whatever this pollen's doing to Dinar, what Dinar was expecting, what I was expecting with this was going to be for investors potentially, or aristocracy of some kind, is what he was expecting. Because Dinar's like a trust fund kid at the end of the day. He's royalty. We don't go into this. We don't play this card that often with him. But he was just like, oh, there's going to be hoity-toity people here with money. Your boy can play the game when he needs to. And then it's just like fucking manta ray people. And then a giant butterfly. And it's like, this is anything what he was expecting.
No, that's good. Play that.
No,
I'm just
but
incensed.
but then then the butterfly like does a crazy cool move and then also bows, and he's just like, returns it regally, like, oh, milady. I don't know. I'm thinking Mothra, so maybe female, but
Me too.
milady. And then is overtaken, I assume, by whatever this crazy pollen is.
Yeah. Right now, the main thing that it wants to do, the main thing that
Is Dinar.
you want to do, and you're doing it a little bit, is to dance.
Okay. But just a little bit, like a little trot.
Well, I mean,
little
that's
shuffle.
where it's at right now, but you can already feel, that energy. You can feel the bass.
It's your favorite joke, but
For the podcast,
Ryan's cutting it up. He's shredding the rugs.
What you need to know is that Brian has definitely seen some music videos.
Some TikToks, certainly.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. All right, so he's doing a little two-step, a little edge of the dance floor two-step,
Right.
or
But on
dad
the-
at a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. But on the edge of the world.
Yeah,
Look,
We're all doing dad in a wedding dance.
yeah, we're all doing
for the
dad at a wedding
broadcast.
dance. Father of the bride on the edge of the dance floor. He doesn't want to hold the party. It's not a good dance. Yeah, yeah.
they did it at the same time.
That's incredible.
But
For the podcast, I think that Tristan, like in real life, is wondering how things have gotten this way.
How has so much Ryan become so much Tristan?
so it's hard to say no. Vitamin R,
These vibes.
you know.
It's okay. It's okay, Tristan.
But not like in a trance or hypnotized or anything. Also, please don't make me access my sheet because I can't.
I told
So
you right here.
Yeah, the battery died on our iPad.
and no, it went quick too. It was at like 30% and then just
20%,
dropped.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, similar.
It's okay. I got
Let's see.
plenty of
Fell off a
juice.
cliff.
We got all kinds of juice over here.
Look at this. We can click.
We could look it up on our phone.
These are my characters?
Almost like I could be another character.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Now I get to be Dinar.
Your dream came true.
I'm a royal landlord who
Yeah.
reveres dogs and eats cats.
I am King Joffrey. Joffrey Blitzen.
Fiddle-dee-dee.
Fiddle-dee-dee. I will buy the realm myself. I'm rich.
We haven't talked about that idea.
That was the plan, but there was no one to talk to. Who's going to talk to? The fucking manta guys or the butterfly?
Yeah.
Move the iPad off the
Oh, sorry.
Yes, that's fine. Now, here, but what you've found, Prince Blitzen,
Ooh.
is
I don't know what I'm doing.
what you've found is as you look out over this, the calm of this majestic creature is yours as well. So you are looking out and you know what it sees,
Okay.
which is that every one of these creatures is a resource.
Okay.
They are there to be.
So it is aristocracy.
This is what you sense,
Yeah.
but this is aristocracy achieved at the metaphysical level.
The moth of physical.
Yes.
So it's an understanding, but it's not like a brainwashing.
No. In fact,
It's different.
Brain
You have to
laundering.
do what it says.
Yeah.
Because you want to.
Yes, because it's very eloquent.
Do it.
I'm like, am I able to converse with it? Or
you think that you might be able to communicate just in terms of you might be able to communicate
Dance.
concepts to it.
Body
Yeah, dance.
language.
Yeah.
interpretive dance? You buy the realm together.
A lot of visual gags this episode.
Yeah, sorry podcast, but you're missing out. I highly recommend watching the YouTube.
Don't do it.
Absorb this on as many different medium as you can.
You two people, turn it off. Go to podcast for me.
The kinship and the synchronicity you feel, you think is only happening because at some level it thinks of itself in a princely way.
Okay.
Butterfly Prince.
Butterfly Prince. Butterfly
It's like
Prince.
you don't know what type of fucking castle this thing has.
Plus
but
Dragon Prince.
you know that you know this is the ultimate. You know this is the ultimate Netflix deal.
I go, 1, 2, princes, kneel before you. Because we're both princes. Me and the butterfly.
On
good.
three,
It's a good
both
joke.
say what you're thinking.
It's a good joke.
It's a good job. I'm doing the best of
I
it.
do the best jokes. I want to strike a familial, regal bond, royalty to royalty.
Finally, somebody on
someone
your
who gets
level.
it. I hang around with the riffraff. That's a joke, but like, we get it. We get it. And it's like, I'm still not clear on who's gonna buy what in this, but if there's money involved,
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there. Your boy flush, liquid flush.
Liquid plumber.
That's me.
Liquid Plumber is our new sponsor, obviously, for this episode. They're our stalwart ally.
Yeah.
Another Procter and Gamble.
I was just gonna say
product.
Johnson and Johnson in the house.
There we go. And I want to kind of establish a rapport, a teammate sort of.
Prince to Prince.
Yeah, Prince to
Prince, yeah.
Prince. Strictly
Like,
Prince
what's
to
your
Prince.
what's your game here? If you're looking to buy this realm, dude, I'm in. I'm getting that with you. Let's do it. This is a good investment. You're smart for coming here.
So you look up at its majesty, and you can understand that you exist in a continuum of majesty with it, but it is the end point.
I mean, I am imbued with a god.
I'm not even
God.
saying that isn't true. I am saying that there exists a continuum of majestic divinity. You are both on it, and it is at a different point of its development.
Okay.
Oh, you're just a little grub.
Or is it a little grub?
Oh,
Yeah.
For the
grub?
podcast, no.
Who's the grub in this
Who's the grub?
relationship?
There's no grubs. Everybody in the
I don't want no grubs.
everybody in this continuum is doing work.
Okay.
And it grants you its awareness of this environment. And everything, your friends, the crab, the entity, the mantas,
yeah.
you see them all as
Fungible tokens.
fungible as NFTs.
Okay. So they're all along one chain, one blocky type chain. They're
No.
all connected.
No, you see it just impassive. I mean, how you feel about this, we can go into. But
Sounds like I'm tripping balls. Like sounds like I'm on a
This is
fucking LSD trip.
Fight Club.
yeah,
with
this
all
is
the
like Joe
numbers.
Rogan.
Yeah.
it's
DMT.
Yeah.
Is this DMT?
No, dude, I was gonna say
Where are the
this-
lizard people?
This is like the lizard bug man. And he's like, why the fuck are you here? Get the fuck out of here. This is bugs only, or lizards. Or whatever you think it is, a snake guy. So but this is the this is the takeaway.
Yeah.
Is that essentially, again, every living creature, every entity, every object, every material in here, you just see it as a value,
Yeah.
as a percentage of what is required for your next stage of divine evolution.
Sorry.
Oh wow! Put an exclamation point on that.
Sorry. That was real.
Yeah.
That was real and an accident.
So not that much different than normal.
That's true.
Honestly, yeah, it's like you can see it from here.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I usually see people as just things and ends to means. It's just a different means.
It's like playing Katamari. You're like looking around. You're like, what can I slurp up right now?
Yeah.
What am I big enough to
Hey,
slurp?
my
exactly.
ball's a little bigger now. All of a sudden,
Yeah, I think I can go back and get that big boy, that trash can.
I could get that car now. So.
You feel like you could eat a lot of it.
Okay. Well, that's, I mean, mildly disconcerting, but this doesn't change.
This changes nothing.
This doesn't change wanting to get out of the realm necessarily.
No. In fact, you will have to.
Does this? I mean, am I getting nefarious vibes from this?
Eventually, you're not getting nefarious vibes
Okay.
because it's only a matter of time
So it's not. It's
before you eat all of this,
yeah. All right.
and then you'll have to leave this, and you will need to leave this so that you can go somewhere where there is something else
Tweet.
to eat.
All right. So it's as nefarious as a hurricane is, right? It's a force of nature.
It's not nefarious. It just wants to eat all your
It's
friends.
supposed to eat everything, but it's
these-
just doing what it does.
These feel very, very much like your desires.
Okay.
Oh, you want to eat everybody.
At some point, it shifted. At some point in the last 20 or 30 seconds, you began to think of this as your need.
Okay. So I am being taken over.
It's not brainwashing.
It's not brainwashing. It's something else. It's original. I came up with it.
My idea.
It's not brainwashing. Now, going back to the beginning, there is now it's like imagine if I apologize. So piranhas.
I'm right there with you.
Imagine if they could contend with one another in midair.
Oh.
That's what's happening to the front ranks of the Dingari.
Sure.
One manta sails down to you. The rest are devouring themselves.
Okay.
Atop it, only one ring in the wing.
Sure.
That rhymed.
The raiment, only a few studs.
Okay.
The sword, clean.
Oh, no.
The young fish person kneels atop the manta and says, I am Blaze Dingari, don't laugh. And I am not the War Master Hog.
I love it.
Right about the time he says this, the mystic gateway that had been so dutifully worked on from this side, you can hear an audible sound of the planes shifting in that point, and you can see a pinhole of light floating in space, growing wider and wider until the sound ceases and the portal out of the plane of retirement is open. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. What a great pleasure
What a great episode.
it has been to spend this time with you. We will, of course, be spending more time with you presently during the table talk portion of the episode. Until then, don't go nowhere.
Time travel.
Can't let him out.